The topic is economic importance of insects. That economic importance may be positive economic importance and the negative economic importance. Positive economic importance means they're useful arthropods. But the negative importance, economic importance means we can lose the money. For example, mosquito causes dreadful disease, malaria, and bees, houseflies are causing some other diseases, and some animals, some arthropods are causing diseases, and we. So here, positive economic importance means insects are arthropods are very important animals, especially the insects, the hexapoda are very important in the pollination. The pollination is very important. They can transport the pollen grains from one flower to another flower and involving in the cross fertilization. In the evolutionary development, cross pollination is very important to add the new genetic material in every generation for the evolution. So this in some of the plants, in most of the plants, the cross pollination is the only way. They do not follow the self fertilization or self pollination. If some of the insects nowadays, what is happening? Some of the insects are disappearing, are extincting due to the changes in environment. Either it may be global warming or ozone depletion or usage of chemical fertilizers or pesticides, and so many environmental cues which are developing by the human beings are killing the insects. Are he is the main cause to disappearing and extincting the insects. Then what is happening? Those insects are if those insects are disappearing, how do those particular plants can involve in the cross fertilization? Remember this one: specific insects or specific plants. Specific plants can attract specific insects. Specific plants can transport the pollen grains with the help of specific insects only. If those insects are disappear or extincted, what happens? Those plants do not involve in the cross fertilization. Those plant species also will become extinct, disappear from this planet. That is happening today. Mainly, daily 2 or 3 species of pollinators are extincting. Means daily 2 or 3 plant species are also going to be extincted. That is the importance of pollination. If the in our economic plants, for example, maize and paddy and some other crops are mainly mainly involving the cross pollination. Especially some of the insects are involving in this cross pollination. So we have to save the insects. We should not pollute the environment. We should save our earth with good environment. Then we can save the insects. Then we can allow them to cross pollination. Then another important thing in our cropland is biological pest control. Nowadays we are using many types of fertilizers and pesticides. Pesticides especially we are to damage, to kill the microorganisms or disease causing microorganisms which are attacking the plants. But there are already so many biological controlling, pest controlling insects are there in our surroundings. But due to the usage of these chemical pesticides, those insects are being died and extincting. That's why new type of pathogens are attacking the plants and they are damaging the crops. If we save these biological controlling insects, there is no usage. The usage of chemical pesticides will be decreased. And another important positive economical importance from the insects is commercial products. Commercially, those are very important because apiculture, honeybees are very important. The honey has a lot of medicinal value. But nowadays the honeybees are very sensitive insects. Those are disappearing from our surroundings due to the environmental pollution or any other environmental disturbances. And sericulture, Bombyx mori and the Tassar silkworm both are involving in the preparation of silk thread, which are mostly using in the silk industries or textiles. Not only in the textiles, nowadays sophisticated biomaterials are preparing from the thread which are produced by the tassar and bombyx mori silkworms, and dyes and shellac also. For example, some of the insects are producing the lac. The lac has lot of importance, especially those are prepared for the lac product. For example, candles and other products. Food and feed. Some In some of the countries, these insects are using as the main food source the protein food, that is called entomophagy. But in some other states are also they are using, but decomposers. Mainly these insects can eat the decomposing material, they can degrade the material. Negative economical importance. Most of the caterpillars can damage the crops. This is negative impact. Most of the farmers are suffering due to the attack of these caterpillars, uh, damaging the crop, decreasing the productivity. And disease transmission. Many of the mosquitoes are involving, mainly houseflies also, mainly the mosquitoes are spreading number of diseases. They can carry these are actually vectors. They can carry the bacteria or viruses and protozoans. They can transport the pathogens and causes disease. Dengue, malaria, and some other dreadful diseases are spreading by the mosquitoes. And many of the countries are economically become weak due to the presence of these vectors which can transport the pathogenic organisms and causing the dreadful disease in some of the countries, especially the poor countries like African countries are suffering a lot. Termites and carpenters ants can cause millions of dollars in damage to homes and wooden structures also. And once again, if you will revise it, beneficial aspect and the harmful aspect. Beneficial aspect, they are mostly used for the pollination, cross pollination, and economical value, production of silk, honey, and lac, biological pest control. Some of them are involving soil aeration and nutrients. Some of the soil arthropods, micro arthropods and macro arthropods living in the soil are making the soil fertile by decomposing the material and by loosening the soil. Research and forensic use also. And harmful direction is crop destruction and disease transmission, mosquitoes like stored food contamination, houseflies like damage to structures and goods, termites like harm to livestock. Some of the disease causing microorganisms are transported by the arthropods and causing diseases to human beings, not only the human beings, also to the livestock.